Well, it's really interesting. Despite the other agencies reporting that Bill Lee has won the victory, there is still at least people here, the campaign manager, telling folks that it's too early to even give a victory speech. They're still waiting to get results from the larger counties. But with me right now is U.S. Representative Jim Cooper, who's also a part of a race for re-election. Overall, have you heard anything with how your race is doing?
I haven't heard the numbers yet. I didn't have much opposition, but I'm grateful to the voters of this area because they supported me time and again.
So far, again, Bill Lee has just given his victory speech. Karl Dean, we haven't heard whether or not he'll concede. Where do you think this is going to play out? Again, we're still waiting to get some more results, but he has an overwhelming lead.
Well, I'm proud there seems to be a big turnout this year. That's good for Tennessee because we had been terrible in our turnout. I think every voter wants to know that their vote counts. So a lot of people are disturbed that it's already been called before they even counted the votes, for example, of the state's largest cities. Don't we count? Aren't we people too? Now, there are statistical ways to try to predict what's going to happen, but sometimes those numbers are wrong. So I think it would have been fair if he'd waited a little bit and really bothered to take into account every Tennessean's point of view.
Do you still think that Mr. Dean has a chance?
Absolutely. I haven't seen the numbers yet. Have you? You know, we're going to allow a few little counties in East Tennessee to produce the result. That's not the state. The state is all 95 counties. And I hope that whoever wins the race will appreciate all the good people in all 95 counties.
What does that say, knowing that there's already this victory speech, despite, like you said, numbers, all of them have not come in?
It seems a little premature, like the night is still young. And I don't mind going to bed early myself, but, you know, we have a lot of numbers to count because this...
Representative, thank you so much. We actually have the press secretary right now on
Courtney
the
Wheeler
stand.
came up and said this. We're really not sure why. There are people giving their victory speeches right now. There are zero votes in from Davidson County here in Nashville, 0 in from Shelby County in Memphis. That is millions of votes. There is no way that we can know what this race is until we see what Nashville, who's had incredible turnout, beating presidential levels from 2016, until we see those numbers. And until then, that is when we will make our decision, and we are
just
so
letting the supporters here know that they're still not deciding whether or not Karl Dean will concede, saying that they're still waiting for those votes here in Davidson and Shelby counties as well. And that's what we've been hearing time and time again from all of their supporters. They're not saying anything yet. They're not declaring anything yet, despite Bill Lee already giving his victory speech, despite Governor Bill Haslam already congratulating him. They say those are from rural counties. Whether or not that is just they don't want to admit the defeat, or it's just something that really trying to wait and see until they are able to solidify those numbers. We'll just have to wait and see. But so far, it seems like they are refusing to concede at this moment. We'll send it back to you guys.
All right.